Well, actually, it is the definition of utilization that triggers this benefit sharing required by the Nagoya Protocol. By many, it is not understood that difference between biotrade, so the trade of commodities like bananas, cocoa, or fruit, in contrast to undertaking this element of research and development. This is quite often a stumbling stone for both the providers, which have expectations that also benefits would be shared if commodities are exported, and also for users which do see legal uncertainty in that regard. Well, it is that it is not only the Ministry of Environment which is in charge and has a stake in that. It is a true multi-stakeholder process in the countries that are using genetic resources, but much more in providing countries. You have the local communities, you have the research community, you have the business communities, you have NGOs that all have stakes, and at the government side, on top of the Ministry of Environment, there are other institutions that are regulating, for example, intellectual property, agriculture, parks, and so on. And to get them all the same understanding on the regulatory process and how to share benefits and from whom, this was, I believe, very much underestimated when the protocol implementation started off. Well, I think it is that people are much more conscious of the fact that there is a flow of genetic resources from mainly the south to the north, and that there's an obligation for benefit sharing. And I think also in the entire discussion on payment for ecosystem services, where schemes are developed, there the Nagoya Protocol can serve as a very positive example, because this is the only internationally agreed and legally enforceable mechanism for the provision of an ecosystem service, which is a genetic resource. So I think also when it comes then to payment for ecosystem services like water supply and so on, a lot can be learned from the governance mechanisms that are still under development, but at least the foundations are laid now under the Nagoya Protocol. Yes, that I wish Mexico as a host much success in this upcoming Conference of the Parties and the MOP. I mean, it is the second conference of the members to the protocol. The first one in Korea was a very harmless one, because it was indeed convening and celebrating. But now the first issues will come on the table, like, for example, synthetic biology and gene sequencing, which is out of the scope of the Nagoya Protocol, but it is very important, of course, when you look at the broader scope of benefit sharing. And to wish Mexico a good hand in handling this quite difficult and delicate process. On that note, I would like to close. Yeah. Well, it was both organizing and then coaching, and to some extent also playing. So a little bit of everything. I would say that I was able to contribute with quite some experiences in capacity building, although I'm not that much into the national processes itself as the delegates that are coming from the competent national authority are. So I'm a little bit of everything, yeah.